I'm 16 years old, sitting in the church that I grew up in, being told that I had this laundry list of things that I had to do in order to be right in the eyes of God. Even though I had grown up hearing all of these things, as I started to think about them, it just didn't make any sense. I just knew in my heart that it was not supposed to be this way. So I literally got up out of the pew and I walked out of the doors. So I'm 24 years old now, and I am a single mom of 2 little girls. I had just had my youngest daughter 6 months earlier, and my oldest daughter had just started kindergarten. And she was out back playing and was hit by a motorcycle. So I am sitting in the car in the back seat with my grandfather driving us about an hour and a half away to reach the hospital that she was life flighted to. And I can just remember trying to bargain with God. It was, if you save her now, I'll do this. I promise I won't do this anymore. I just kind of reverted back to everything that I kind of thought I had learned along the way in order to kind of get his attention. I'll do this if you just do this one thing for me. But then I lost my 5-year-old that day. And I can just remember the tremendous loss that I felt. Sorry. And so, I don't want to say the accident was a way for God to get my attention. Like, I don't think that's what it was. But I feel like it was a way for him to let me know that he was worth pursuing. So now it's 8 years later, and my now husband is taking a job in Lincoln, and one of our main priorities was to find a church home. We showed up to Lincoln Berean. We walked in, and we have this pastor standing on stage reading from the Bible and then explaining it. And I can just remember that feeling like, this is where you're supposed to be. And that then transformed into kind of this nagging feeling that I had that I needed to get more connected. So I took this huge leap and signed up for this class where I knew basically no one. I walked up the stairs and into this room to a group of probably 30 or 40 women all standing around chatting. I had the pleasure of getting to know Stacy, Renee, Courtney, Keisha, Piper, and they transformed how I viewed myself because of their willingness to share all of the things that weren't going perfectly in their life. I grew up knowing all of the things. I knew X, Y, and Z, but I never knew how they related to me. Like, nobody ever sat me down and goes, listen, like, you're a sinner, and that's who you are. That wasn't who you were meant to be, and, this is how that can then be changed. Like, I never really understood that you had to take that step and acknowledge that you need Jesus as your savior. Like, that was just never something that was ever conveyed to me. So as I walked with these women during this time and watched them become more vulnerable and honest, I realized that, I can't do this on my own, that I need Jesus. I need him in my life. I need him to save me from myself. I don't think that there are words that I could use to describe the difference that Lincoln Berean, Selah, Pastor Clark has made in my life. My whole life, I've been in this process of trying to find God in my story. And I just want to tell you thank you for teaching me what grace is and what it looks like, and for showing me the little pieces of you that I have come to know are the little pieces of Jesus showing through.